Hello, welcome back. Right, as you can see, we're going to be playing Rick Dangerous today, which was released in 1989 for the three machines that I'm going to show you, the Spectrum, Commodore and Amstrad CPC. I never had it back in the day. My first experience was with the Spectrum last year when we did a few of us did a high score challenge on Spectrum games, and I was hopeless at it. There is a sequel, don't know anything about it, and it did come out on 16-bit platforms as well. Don't know anything about those, never seen them. As ever, it's just to show you the differences and similarities between them. Please, 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 during the video, pipe up in the comments section with your own memories and thoughts of the game, etc., because that's what we're here for. Right, see you in a bit. Hello! Right, Rick Dangerous for the Spectrum, by Core Design and released by Firebird in 1989. I know very little about this game other than sometime last year a few of us in one of the Spectrum groups decided to have a bit of fun and do some high score challenges on Spectrum games, and one sadist chose this game. I say sadist because it's bloody hard. ZX OK are the controls. OK are up and down, ZX left and right. Enter is fire. Press O and enter to fire a bullet if you've got one. K and enter to lay dynamite, which you'll need to blast through various obstacles if you have it. Right, here we go. Here's the plot. He's crash landed his plane and the natives aren't happy. He's got to escape. Right, the premise of it, or sorry, the presentation of it is really, really good, as you can see. Very, very good graphics. Although green and black on green and black, because of the Specky's colour issues, does cause some problems, and we'll get to those in just a bit if I can get that bloody far, that is. Now, this game, although addictive, fun and excellent, is also one of the most frustrating games I've ever played. It's not Technician Ted level frustrating, but there's an awful lot of leaps of faith in this game, especially the first time you play it, and you will lose an awful lot of lives early on until you've learnt where things are, etc. Such as down here, that little leap that I made there. It's a blind leap the first time you play the game, and if you just step off the ledge, you end up with a spike up your ass, which is not good. Right, the sound effects and everything are good, they're spot on, brilliant. The frustration, of course, it is just learning patterns and everything, and once you've learnt them, you can sort of get further and further each time you play, which is obviously what it's all about. Now, I'll shoot these buggers. Ah! It's not pressing shoot. Right, so I probably wasted bullets I didn't need to waste there, but that screen's a bit of a pain in the bum to get through, I found anyway, so I just did it because I'm like that. Right, there's a crate of dynamite up there. Let's try and get that. Right, now I've got to sort of drop down here. Now, you see what I mean about blind leaps? And where the graphics issues are going to come in, it just sort of down here. You probably can't see that. There's a bat or something just there. And I've got to shoot it to... Oh, I've pressed P there. I've got to shoot it to get it out of the way. Right, and then listen for that sound of the... spike firing, and then I've got to get over these two bits down here. Now, as you can see, yeah, really, really well designed. One of the frustrating things is if you die, you go way, way back and have to do all these sort of bits and pieces again, and that can get really, really irritating. Now, again, you can't see, but just here are two more things that have got to be blown up and out of the way. And you will blindly run into them otherwise. Right, so I've got through there. There is another idol at the left there to collect, as you can see. Now how far back? See, that's taken me all the way back here, and that is what is incredibly frustrating about this game, that I've got to do all this bit again, especially if it's a bit that you've sort of fluked your way through, which in this game there's quite a lot of them. So let's blow that up out of the way again. Now, yeah, really, really, really good game. And again, as ever, I want to know what your sort of thoughts and memories of the game are, if you know it at all, or what version of it you knew. So that's that bit successfully negotiated. Oh, bloody hell. You see, now, those step things are difficult to see. But, right, okay. Now, I'm sort of in Uncharted. Oh, it's going to send me... No, it isn't. Right. Okay, that's okay then. Right, so, yeah, I've got to watch for that firing arrow. It shoots two of them at me. Yeah, sort of interested in your thoughts and memories of the game. Right, I've only got one life left. So, am I going to go death or glory? And then there's a kind of portcullis thing here. Listen to this. Remember Crossroads? That's the end of Crossroads. I'm sure it is. We'll turn it up. We'll have one more go of it, okay? Right. Yeah, so please, please, shout up your memories. I'm going to try and get a little bit further this time. Come on. Right, here we go. Chased by the big boulder. Obviously, this is very heavily Indiana Jones influenced. But yeah, the graphics on it are lovely. But the big disadvantage of the Spectrum version in places is the sort of green and blacks on green and blacks. Particularly the first time you enter a new area or encounter something new, and you won't know that something's there because you don't see it. Common problem with Spectrum sort of games, we know that. Right, come on. But yeah, although it's very, very frustrating, it's also very, very addictive, because you want to see that you can get that little bit further each time, and each time you do, it's like it's a victory. And you know, you've all seen how crap I am at games. Right, try and shoot him without blowing up the dynamite. See, this keyboard layout is a bit... Oh no, I didn't manage it. It's a bit sort of tricky. You know, you've got to hit them both at exactly the same time, otherwise it will just think you're trying to jump. But yeah, so here we go again. Here's the bit with the bat that you really can't see. Just... there we go again. Come on. Come on, fire. Right. So we're trying to get just that little bit further than last time. No. Get out of it. Everything about it is, you know, is really, really nice. You cannot fault the sort of production of it. Good sound effects there. Lay a stick of bloody dynamite, you swine. I was pressing L, that's why. Right, okay. Come on. I'm not interested in that idol over there. Probably should be, but I'm not. Oh, I missed that one and all. Right, so that's how you get past those arrows. No! See, the collision detection is a bit sort of aggressive as well. It will sort of detect that something's hit you if it's within sort of like 2 hairs breadth of you, and that's really frustrating. So yeah, just crawl through it like I did just there. Right, so I've picked up some more dynamite. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh shit, I've just laid me flipping dynamite there as well, haven't I? Right, so I've got to go all the way back here, do that bit all over again. Wait for the portcullis to go back up. Oh! Ah! Now I want to try and shoot one of them out of the way, I think. Like I said, sort of uncharted territory. See, that is the sort of frustration. It sends you back, rather than restart you on the same screen, it sends you right back. Oh, there's an idle thing there. Right, we'll have that. Get out of the way of the arrows. Yeah, it sends you back significantly further than where you died. Which, if you've struggled to get that far, is a pain in the arse. Oh wow, that was fortunate. Right, I really am in uncharted territory now. Never been here before at all. Right, I don't want to go there then, do I? Right. Crossroads. There we go. Right, that's the Spectrum version. That's as far as I've ever got in it. Okay, right, we're going to move on to one of the other versions now. See you in a bit. Okay, right, here we go. What game is it? Oh yeah, Rick Dangerous for the Amstrad. Sort of exactly the same controls as the Spectrum version, but one for, so no, it's not, space for fire on this one. Right, let's get into it. No need to explain the plot because we've just seen all that. Right, first things first, look how nice and colourful this version is. There's some really nice graphics here. A little bit blocky on the characters, but really sort of like nice and vivid, and it's got a kind of arcade game look, really. Really nice. I do enjoy this. Now, it plays the same as the Spectrum. It's got the same areas of irritation, but you'll see the use of colour helps, from what I said on the Spectrum version, some of the sort of quirks of it. Let's oh, come on. Right, okay, messed that up. But yeah, really nice. Nice sound effects, plays nicely. I think might be a little bit slower than the Spectrum version. But it's not, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad game at all. Really sort of like the definition of the sprites. You can see Rick's grin there. It's really nice. They're not as sort of detailed as the sort of Spectrum ones, but yeah, the colour adds an awful lot to it, and the sound's really good. Map seems to be exactly the same, which is no bad thing. It means I can at least get a little bit further in this version without having to sort of like try and relearn everything. Right, okay. Yeah, I really like this. So, Amstrad owners, oh dear. Your thoughts and memories of this from back in the day. I think, if I'd been an Amstrad owner and I'd got a copy of Rick Dangerous, I'd be very happy, because it is a really good game. Now, that bat should be much easier to see than it is on the Spectrum version on the Amstrad, but it isn't. But never mind, I know it's there now because the objects and sort of hazards seem to be in exactly the same place. Right, there we go. Crawl through. Yeah, really good. Really enjoyed it. Now here you can see, remember on the Spectrum playthrough that I did, it wasn't a playthrough at all, was it? You could hardly see those two piles of rocks there that you had to blow up, and you'd go blundering straight into them. But this is really nice. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, this is a very good game. and it's good because, you know, I've sometimes found that the Amstrad's kind of been under sort of sold recently. A lot of the games that I've been playing for it haven't been that impressive when compared to other machines, but I think this really is good. Now, oh, I'm out of bullets. Right, so the only way to get past him, I suppose, is going to be to put some dynamite there and watch him blunder into it. Oh, bless him. But that also means I've got no bullets to get past these bods. Which is going to send me all the way back up there again. So it's got exactly the same irritations. Whoa, what was that I landed on? It's got exactly the same irritations as the, oh, I forgot about that. Exactly the same irritations as the Spectrum version. Come on, one life left. But yeah, this is really good. Now, if you've never seen this version before, but you are familiar with Rick Dangerous in whatever way, shape or form you're familiar with Rick Dangerous, then please shout up with your thoughts and memories of your particular version, and also what you make of this, because it's really quite impressive, I think, anyway. Like I say, I think it's a bit slower. Balls. I think that's game over. No Crossroads theme on this, but anyway, let's move on. Let's look at the Commodore 64 version. Okay, here we are, Rick Dangerous for the Commodore 64. This is the last of the three we're going to see. Really nice sort of theme going on there, so let's get into it. And we've got the exposition going on there. I don't know if you can see, there is a cat walking across. Oh, get the cat out of the way. There's a fucking thing. Right, yeah, so let's get into the game. Pitch Invader. Come on. Right. Graphically very similar in style to the others. In fact, it's actually identical in terms of layout, etc. Graphics not as clear as the Spectrum ones, as defined I mean, and not as colourful as the Amstrad ones, but also not as blocky as the Amstrad ones, and bigger and bolder as well. And, oh my god, initial impressions are that it's playing really well, but I'm not a great user of joysticks. I can't get the sort of hang of it. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's quit and let's start again. Right, Crossroads, remember that? That was definitely Crossroads. It's in the Spectrum version, not in the Amstrad, but it definitely is in this one. Right, come on in, let's go, let's try and do this. Yeah, from what I've played of it, it seems exactly the same. It seems to play just as well as the other versions, with the same sort of frustrations really. Now, like I said, I am playing this on a joystick. Oh my god, and I hate playing with joysticks. So you might not see as much of the game as you would like, or as I showed of the other versions. Now, I was just about to say, it's playing well with the joystick. Oh, right, okay. Negotiated that hurdle. Let's get rid of him. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Now, please, Commodore 64 owners, yell out at me what your thoughts are, etc. on this. And what you think of the other two versions. Right, so, yeah, right, I've sort of got the hang joystick-wise now. I'm not going to bother collecting the idols, I'm just sort of showing you what the game's about, really. And, right, I didn't blow up the dynamite there, that's a good thing. So I'll take that down here. It's playing really nicely, but like I say, it's kind of the game that I would probably have given up on early on back in the day. Oh! Which is a shame, really, because it really is excellent in design, in production, and everything. Now, and the Commodore 64 version is just as fun as the others. I mean, although I am shit at it, I am have enjoyed trying to sort of work my way around. Oh, Ah! That was stupid. Right, all the way back up here again. So if I want that dynamite, I'm not going to bother with that dynamite. I'll just come down. Right, never played Rick Dangerous 2. What's that like? What's it like on the 16ers? If you could let me know, I'd be interested in that. Now, I forgot, did I mention the lovely little sort of effect when Rick sort of pops out the screen at you when he dies? That's not present in the Amstrad and Spectrum versions, but it is in the Commodore one. And try not to blow yourself up, Baz. Ah! Oops, like that. Right. Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, this is all my fault. It's not the game's fault. You know, I'm just not very good with joysticks. Listen, that's the end of Crossroads, or the commercial break bit from Crossroads Motel. Right, okay, enough of that. Anyway, that was 3 different versions of Rick Dangerous. Get out of it, cat. Come on, 3 different versions of Rick Dangerous. Now go to the outro. Hello, welcome back. Right, that was Rick Dangerous for 3 systems. This is Milo. Milo is the person who ran across the screen in the Commodore 64 segment of the game. Now, he's my daughter's kitten, and he's a pain in the arse. But anyway, let's put him down. Right. Okay, really, really good game, all 3 versions of it. The Amstrad version had some lovely graphics there. It was a little bit slower compared to the other 2. Didn't break the game at all. I thought the graphics were very colourful. Really, really enjoyed the game. Controlled really well. Spectrum version, the only sort of faults I could find with it was what I said in the segment. The green and black made things difficult to see at times. That's a problem that's you know, pervaded Spectrum games all sort of like through the years, really. It didn't break the game, but it did make it that little bit more difficult to tell where things were when you first encountered them. Commodore 64 version, graphics were probably the sort of worst of the lot, but they weren't horrible in any way, shape or form. They were really good. In fact, the animation when Rick died and the overall presentation was better than the other 2 games. But it played really, really, really well. I did enjoy it. I didn't get as far in it as I did with the others, but that wasn't due to the game. That was due to the fact that I'm absolutely hopeless playing with joysticks. But anyway, I'm interested in your memories of Rick Dangerous. If you have any, what you thought of the 3 systems shown there. I'm aware it came out on other systems. I never ever played it on any of them. Like I said, I only played it for the first time last year. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you like the video, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. But if you do subscribe, as ever, please, please, please take the time to join in with the conversation. That's what it's all about. Okay, bye.